Why don't we just dig into it, Tom? What is your word of the day? Why don't we start there?
Our word of the day is skeptical. Okay, and we're using the word skeptical because as we're starting the month of July, and at the S&P 500 is up 5% year to date, I think investors are looking at the rest of the year and are quite skeptical because they're saying, well, perhaps President Trump's not going to extend the tariff exemptions in July. The Fed has a meeting at the end of this month. And I think despite the fact that there's favorable seasonals for the month, I think investors want to still sort of not own the stock market. And I think that's one of the reasons this is the most hated V-shaped rally really in the last few years.
All right, so you're saying it's still a bit of a bearish sentiment. According to your research, it's about $7 trillion of cash on the sideline. You say for the second half, you buy a number of things, small caps, financials, large and regional banks, industrials, Mag 7 and Bitcoin, but also washed out stocks. I want to find out, do you think Apple is one of those washed out stocks? Because Fast Money was talking about it yesterday. I want to play what they said yesterday about it and get your take on it as well.
So we are thinking you can catch 6, 7, 8% from here. And the setup, to my eye, looks right.
It's a first real action from Apple that is bullish in a long time. We've seen that long-term underperformance, but also lower highs, lower lows up until kind of right now. And we have right now a breakout from what looks like a short-term triangle formation. Triangles, I think, are the highest probability setup that we can see. And so with a price objective that you can derive from the triangle, you could get Apple to about 238, which is even better, 15%.
Tom, also Jefferies upgraded Apple this morning as well. So first, is Apple one of these washed out stocks you're talking about? And what do you think of that technical take?
Well, it certainly doesn't surprise me. I think investors have been frustrated with Apple for the past year or so because they've been waiting for Apple to do something bold in AI, but I think patience is going to pay off for Apple. They're going to have an opportunity to look at what kind of AI models work the best for them. And at the end of the day, I think their customers will remain fanatically loyal. And so if we're starting to see, as Carter pointed out, higher highs and higher lows, I wouldn't be surprised if Apple is going to make a comeback. It is a company that we think has really established itself with consumers, and it is a granny shot in our granny shot ETF.